Yo, all right. We're gonna try to throw down another VOD review. So here we're gonna do Don Mozzarella. He is almost 2000 MMR. This was a fade game. I don't think he's a big mid laner, which is still good. I think that's a good game to watch and someone who isn't necessarily a mid main, playing a fairly aggressive Fey. I think he's against either the Howitzer or the Countess. It does look like it's against the Countess, which he can punish fairly well. It's a pretty even fight, I would say. So we'll take a look at that and see how he plays it. And then let's see, 2400 to 2200. Not bad in terms of the overall differences. Let's take a look at his overall stats. So 35-minute game, 240 CS. Not necessarily bad. 6.7 CS per minute. It's fair. He has a kill. He has some kills. Could be higher, especially if it is against the Countess. Um, take a look at. So total hero damage is 23,000. Um, Depends if he's getting punished really hard. Depends on the type of roam. They're not necessarily, terrible. I know a lot of people that do watch Soul Reaper always say like 1,000 damage per minute, and it's fine. You should look into, of course, having more overall damage output, right? But I think it is relatively situational with what's going on, right? Words plays 12, more words than me in pubs, honestly, so that's not bad. Taking He's taken a good amount of damage. He's died a few times, so against their team comp, they have a lot of all-in pressure. So honestly, he should be having a good amount of trouble against this comp when it does come into fights. Um, but overall, this doesn't necessarily look too bad. Can't necessarily make too much adjustments here. Besides, of course, it's farming. Farming super important. In pubs, you should be very selfish. That's the biggest thing that you can do in pub. It's solo queue for a reason because you got to focus on yourself. It's solely on you. All right, so let's throw that down. We'll start with the gameplay. Um, I could go with the build right now and see what he built. That's what I probably should look at there. So he went with Epoch. That's good. Mega Cosm first item, good. Time Warp, a lot of spam. Um, Wraith Leggings, good. Tainted Scepter. It kind of depends. It depends on what the Countess's passive is looking like. You should honestly be able to burst her down before she can get a lot of heals. So and it's kind of moved away from mid lane meta. Looking at Tainted, it's not a bad item per se, but it's really good on tanks, and tanks should be building a lot of Tainted. And it looks like Godteam went Tainted as well. He went Tainted Dagger. Don't know if I'd really go on that, but he's kind of tanky, so it's whatever. Um, so I wouldn't. There was a lot of tainted. It looked like he built it as a fourth item too. I would have avoided it completely. It looks like he's either going Caustica or Oblivion Crown, which both of them are pretty good. Depends on the mana, you know. I am a little bit iffy with Time Warp in terms of Faye, just because she gets her ult really fast, and it is nice when you get the Mega Cosm and Time Warp. You get a ton of ability haste, so you're able to really get your ult and stuff back. It is nice. But like I love to go for like a Wraith Legging second. Maybe I'd push Time Warp into a third item because hey, that bonus damage you're gonna get at 40% is that's what's gonna happen with Faye. You're gonna get them too there, and you're gonna the amount of times I've almost killed someone at like 1 HP that if I didn't have Wraith Leggings, right, I wouldn't have got. Yeah, to me, it's important. I would stick with more of the assassin build, and then late game you really want the ultimate up, so that way you can beat the reclamation, you can beat the cleanses and whatnot. So all right, now let's get into the gameplay. Where is this at? There. All right. Speed it up a little bit. All right. Right pad. Let's see where he's gonna position himself now. So he's against a howitzer. So he technically, this is people will say like Faye counters howitzer. I think it depends. When howitzer gets combustion, Faye gets beat. Like she's so squishy. You can punish a howitzer, but man, if you get perfectly comboed by a howitzer, it's tough. You can counter the ultimate. Howitzer's fairly squishy, right? You guys have the same type of like defenses in a way, but it's like it's gonna be tough in terms of how good is this howitzer? Is he gonna poke him? So let's see what we can get here. So like right here, I would just kind of sit and left. I mean, you're not gonna really see too much really going on right now, but like I like to sit on the left side. I get a lot of vision that way. I get to see those two entrances. I get to see if a ward is placed or anything like that. Because you do want to try and find out where the jungler is. Usually junglers are starting red, like right there. So let's see what we get here. So see, he's gonna go for a poke already. If I was him right now, let's see. So he hasn't. He's not gonna. He's gonna probably try and keep lanes pushed up. I don't know what he started, RMB or E. If he started E, I'd look at him doing some pokes. But like right here, I don't want this pile up of minions. He's gonna have a lot of pressure right now. Like if I was a howitzer, I would have been running up as soon. Yeah, he's gonna get really punished right here. He missed that. If he's new to Faye, I would say play it safe and go with the RMB. RMB farm is super nice. It helps you keep the lane fairly pushed, and it scales, in my opinion. It scales better than E in terms of the whole assassin combo. Howitzer being very aggro right here. Yeah. So he wants to keep it really pushed. So he's taking a lot of damage though. Not a decent trade. I don't think he used the health pot yet. There, okay, use one now. Health pot scales based on levels. You want to be careful. Like if you can try and save yourself to level 3, right? You can use your health pot there and you're gonna get more HP. It's gonna keep you alive longer. Keep you more sustained. You're just gonna get a small benefit. So yeah, here I would even be against because he's gonna put a lot of pressure. I would use my E to try and get some last hits. Try to secure him, and then I really want to make sure I can stay in lane a little bit longer because he's gonna have to be kind of early. But he's poking a lot. Howie is playing very aggro into him, surprisingly, which in a way is good. I would probably tell the jungler, hey, like Howie is very aggro. It should be pretty easy ganks in mid because he doesn't really have an escape. I think what it's Chimera. Chimera counters the E, I believe. I think if you use it like before the E is popped, he counters it and he doesn't get knocked back. Can I not press tab to look at the inventory? I mean, okay. I'm pressing it. It's not working. I hope they fix this. So Howitzer gonna roam. I hope he's calling MIAs to let this team know. Second you see your mid laner, it's super important because roams are so short in this game. Alright. I've been pushing this hard. Whatever skills I got. Go, 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 go. I'm pushing that hard. Good. What's he doing? He's looking for a roam. He's checking buff. A ward there? I want to throw a ward there for say right there. I'd throw a ward up there. Knowing that Howie did go to the right side, I'd throw a ward up here so I can get vision on their jungler. So, like, you do want to maintain vision. So he wasted to put 2 wards on left side. If you feel like you're going to get pressured or whatnot, I can't press tab to look at like the overall toggle HUD. I can't see, like I want to see the overall kills, but I can't. That's really fucking frustrating. Oh well. So he's gonna be, I just keep pushing this up. So like right now, this next wave, once it lines up, even with him there, I'd still push this up. I would use up my mana. I wanna, yep, RMB. He should have Q. I would Q this. I want to keep constant pressure with this Howie because he's aggressive. I want my minions to be helping me a little bit, And you want to use your abilities a little earlier because you need the cooldown. You want that cooldown to come back, right? You need to keep the pressure and understand that, you're CD. So here I'd box him. I would box him right here. He missed that Q. He kind of backed off. I would have boxed him even with E. How's the jungle pathing looking like right now? So he's there. Kind of a little off. I hate this because I can't trust the HUD. I can only focus literally on this gameplay, unfortunately. So he went for that river buff. I'd be, unless he has vision, he went for that river buff. I saw. Right. See, so 950. I would not go for the mana crystal. I would strictly run for the potent staff, like damage, DPS. That's what I'd care about. I don't want the cooldown for say. I want straight damage. I'd be very careful right now. He's 6. He can absolutely demolish you. All he has to do is get a nice E, a Q, ult. He could not even have to Q, but the Q, you want to do it because you're going to get the reset, right? Like Howie would want to Q him before the ult because he would want the reset. You know, so when he's done with the ult, he'll have the Q back up. Take this, do whatever you can to push it up. I honestly probably would have beat. I would not have taken that farm because he's... Luckily his mana's a bit low, but... Oh, there's Richter, he's coming. Kind of a wasteful. Like, just take that and B. Take that... He's doing a lot of body block. Howie's kind of trolling. Oh, there's Wraith. Oh my God! What a grab! He needs to be Faye. Just be like when you're low on mana, you got to think of putting yourself first, right? You need the farm. You need to position yourself properly. Forget the team at that point. The Richter, especially when it comes to these elos, forget the team. Forget the team. The team, very low chance are they actually gonna help you when you come into, you know, into solo queue, into this type of matchmaking. You can't, especially in predecessor right now, you can't trust the team, right? So focus on yourself. Am I low on mana? Do I have money to go buy and get some more stuff? Is it gonna help me with my what do you call it? My tempo, you know, like that's what I want to focus in on myself. Keep the tempo rolling, you know. When the water starts getting a lot emptier, right, you're gonna miss out on a ton of value. Oh God, I just missed this. Where is it at? Yeah, I would be keeping constant pressure. I would, oh, right now, box him, dude. Box him. He uses Q. Even with the Fang Mao there, I'd still be looking into a box. What's going on here? Okay, and especially when Kai was behind you. Ooh. I would have been looking at boxing. Howitzer, like when you're at full HP and you see a Howitzer throw a Q out that either misses or isn't even at you, be hungry. That's the one thing that is going to decimate you, especially if he builds combustion. Like right now, you can go for a combo to kill him. If he uses his Q, so yeah, you're going to put a lot of pressure. He's going to have to, there you go. Now go in and box him. Go in and box him. You need to be going in and boxing him. He missed out. It's huge damage is gone right now. Throw some E's. You could probably get 2 E's in. You know, even with your HP, he's not going to combo you out with the ultimate. Promise you. I don't think I've seen him, the Fae blink. So it's a risk worth taking in a way, right? I don't know his vision. I don't know if he has vision on this side. I look at putting vision either here or up there, out of all things. And I know that, yeah, so he knows, he should have an idea that they are taking right from where Fang Mao left. So biasing this side is nice. So I lost that. I like to see more pushes. I like to see more boxing happening, especially when the Q's gone. Yeah, so like right now I'd be a little scared. Right now, if I'm the Fae, Howie has kill potential on me 100%. Right? All he has to do is get a... After that Q, I would have honestly looked at throwing a Howie ult and murdering Faye. You know? You need to box respectively. So like right here, I would have hugged this ledge and try to see if I can get a poke. I don't want to take it. I'm always looking for an opportunity. I took it. I have green buff. I can eat up a thing. I have cover if he ults. I want to look at getting an eat in, you know? With Howitzer, you do want to look for that cover. So like says he's gonna do the ult. Howie's gonna ult him. No ult. Howie. Oh my God. I would have freaking ulted. Honestly, if I was Faye, I would have ulted the Howie. So like in that situation, what I would have done is I would have ulted the Howitzer because he would have ulted me and killed me. Honestly, he has a ton of mana. He probably has his passive coming up. He probably has his Q coming right up. You know? Oh my Lord. I'd be scared right now as Faye. I'd be terrified right now as Faye. Oh my God. I would... Where is the... Oh my God. Whoa. That was just complete misposition on Howitzer. Half HP Faye. Be careful against a Howitzer. That's it. You know? He uses the Q, you gotta box him. That's it. That's what you got to do. Understand the cooldowns. You know, they don't have a skill. That's a huge potential for you to box and get so much damage output, to get pressure. Good, you got that. Can't really tab. I guess he has 84 farm, so at least the farm is doing good. But like the opportunity of what that character is doing, if he outputs stuff, if he uses things in his kit, he now does not have it anymore in his kit, especially if he misses you. And some river control. So there's no wards here. I'd go back, I take this farm, and then I'd be looking at getting a ward down. It's tough to get wards down with Faye, especially when you have like these type of gap close assassins as jungle. So I'd be playing slightly safe until I try to get an idea of where their jungler is. If these popped up on the map, there's not much vision at all. It seems. Oh, there you go. There's a grab. Oh right. Oh okay. Was there no Q placement? Oh, there's no Q placement. I didn't see the Q go off. Overall good play from the team. Good solid gank. Honestly, Richter should be having the best time of his life right now. Like against his Howie and like doing the roams. And he has. He's done some good roams so far. 2 roams. One of them kind of low man on the Faye. Yeah, I'd push this out and I'd be us Faye. I guess they're getting that. I still would have got the farm in mid lane. Kai has pretty good solo potential. I'm assuming they're doing this because they know where Fang Mao is. Like they got vision of him or something. So it's hard for me to say, you know. Okay, so we got the Mega Cosm. I think now he goes for Time Warp, right? To get the spam. Oops. Alright. Right now against this Howitzer, you should be pretty aggressive. You have such high damage potential on Howitzer. So I would try and like anytime I see these abilities getting used, oh my lord. I'd love to get some poke on the Howitzer, especially when you have further range than him. Right here, like you know, like E. Oh man. Okay, so a little bit of room. A little bit of room. I guess a Fang Mao though is very tough to really secure him. I wouldn't mess with that. You know, with a Fang Mao, I would just focus on yeah, he's gonna escape like 99% of the things that you do. So I wouldn't even mess with him. A lot of CS, yeah. Oh yeah, some farm here. Like right now, man, I'd be poking a little bit. Even with the farm here, I'd be looking at poking because the kill potential is so high right now. He uses abilities like, you know, now he's gonna get you in combustion. Now you gotta be safe. You lost your advantage. Yeah, I wouldn't. Getting RMB, sure. I'd be farming this too. Good. Yes. Good grab. Good grab. Good grab. Good grab. Good. Nice. Oh my god, he dodged it. Yeah. I'd be careful for him. I would have ran through here. Like after I got the kill, of course you gotta expect the laner coming for you. I would have ran through. You know, you gotta, like I always say, like the 3-second rule, right? Any situation that goes for kills, 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, like blaring red lasers in your head going, danger, 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 danger. You know? Let's take a look at Howitzer. Yeah, he's gonna take tower, a lot of pressure. Looks like there's gonna be a fight here. Let's see what Faye decides to do. So like here, it'd be tough for me to do a full roam. I would have went through a lane and took it. Yeah, team did good on it. The game is, you know, it's a late fight. The chance of Faye getting much done. Hey, he's gonna get the kill. He got the kill. I mean, it's good. He got lucky off of it. But you know, a lot of farm lanes pushed up. You win some, you lose some. You know, I wouldn't have necessarily went for a W key there. But he got the kill. He was able to get some good stuff out of it. Okay. Yeah, good. He's roaming for some CS. He's roaming for some farm. I go in and take that farm. So there's like one thing I see a lot of low elo, you know, not necessarily pay attention to is that like taking people's farm is not bad. If the Faye takes mid farm and then goes to clear a different lane, that laner who's gone, who beat, should now go to the opposing lane so that way you guys don't miss out on farm. Then, you know, people always get mad about, oh, farm, that's my farm. You guys are on a team at the same time. You giving your team resources is just as good as you getting resources in a way, right? You're trying to mitigate losing resources. So you getting farm you can lose 2 or 3 farm, but you can guarantee that the mid laner going to off lane can get all the farm, if not most. That's worth it because then the off laner will just go to mid and take that farm. Then once you guys clear up, you guys rotate back. You know, it's that's how it works. Okay, this should be pretty aggro yummy. So on Countess, I'd be getting really. It's tough with the howitzer. I mistook that. I thought for some reason I thought the howitzer was Richter. So when I saw him, no, it was not like a good fight. Sorry, because all Howie had to do there was throw up a ult if he had it. Like if only if I saw howitzer ult through the thing, I might be like aggressive and accept the play. But if I'm having to gamble it, I wouldn't play with that because Countess ult stun. Countess has a lot of damage. She has lifesteal. Howitzer, he has a lot of damage. He's technically beating you in lane. I would try to avoid really any confrontation at this point. You know, you're playing Faye very passively, I would say, when she should be very aggro at certain points. Like you want to proc the mega costume, you know, throw a E, get a Q. Throw a E, throw a right click. No, go back. This roam potential is not necessarily a terrible idea. But yeah, I mean, like, the chances they're gonna escape, but if Richter gets, like, grabs and stuff. Oh, see? Like, there you go. Richter's throwing out a lot. He's dishing out a lot. Faye, there you go. So, like, right now, we're in a huge time. Like, we spent so much time chasing this. In reality, you need to think, I have been here for probably over 15 seconds fighting this. Where is the enemy team? Who's coming from the enemy team right now? You know? I would be scared. There was a long chase. The fight started here and went all the way down there. Revenant, for example, right? He stayed. What is it? Fuck around, find out, right? Right now, I would like this Richter to go mid. Yeah, Richter to go mid on the howitzer and then get an ult off, but unfortunate. Enemy got Orb Prime? Oh, okay. I technically were the enemies. I missed the grab, unfortunately. Yeah, see, like, he stayed in lane for a while. Not much vision overall. Yeah. Stayed in lane for too long. Once a Richter kind of uses a grab, I would have just thrown some right click, throw a Q, and backed off. Take the farm. Looked at being. How much gold did he have? I can't look at it. And I can't press tab. Unfortunate. So yeah, what I'm seeing is I should kind of keep notes. Ward slightly deeper into jungler next to ramp/2 camp. Be more aggro when the Howie uses abilities and misses/uses it for CS. Right, let's go back to Faye. They're pushing what lane is it? Off lane really hard. Off lane's getting nice. Yeah, I'd be full kitting this. Do whatever I can. Whatever damage output. I want to make sure I can secure that Fang. So right here, I just look at being. There was nothing really to get out. I either B or go to mid lane. Yeah, mid lane's pushed, so you can't really take anything from jungle because the entire enemy team is there. Probably you'll take it. So just take some farm, get whatever gold you need. Just get prio on some river buffs. I look at getting a ward on 2 camp. Is it there? Who's fighting? Countess and Fang. Like, yeah, I would look at the rotation there. That's winnable. Oh, definitely Mortgage is coming too. Oh yeah, 100% winnable. Right here. Yep, I was gonna say I'd block out that exit with the Q, and nice.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has fallen.
I don't know what he's. So he leveled right click first, which I would say is fine. Keep a lot of pressure. A lot of people will say, "Oh, Howitzer, go E so you can box him." I really don't think E damage scales that well, and maybe combustion could make it better. I mean, like getting right click and focusing on farm, then getting an
An
EQ proc
ally
that way,
has
you get
been
the proc
slain.
combustion, mega cosm. So like, I don't.
Allied
I
tower
personally
under
don't see E
attack.
being like the greatest of all, especially when you can, against this kind of poke and whatnot. And how he is squishy. Get a lot of stack. Get a lot of mega cosm passives. I mean, these guys are really pushed up right. I mean, in general, I'd be worried as Faye like
An
for
enemy
them, but
has been
they're kind of
slain.
dominating. So all right. So we saw him Q. I'd be aggro on a little bit, even with the Richter. I know.
An enemy has fallen.
Did me W King mentally right now.
Allied tower under attack.
Wow. Okay. Fang Mao gave.
An enemy
Oh,
has been slain.
does he? He has. Oh,
An enemy has
we're
fallen.
not seeing much like ult placement on the Faye. Morgan's just
Your
gonna push the lane
inhibitor
out.
is under
Get
attack.
inhib. Understanding, I don't think Don understands phase damage output and how much he's able to like completely 100 to 0
Allied
someone even
tower
from full
under
HP.
attack.
I know he's not necessarily a mid laner player, so that is gonna be hurtful. But I would definitely say like look at R&B farm, keep constant pressure in the lane. Howitzer doesn't necessarily have the best clear unless you use all his abilities, and then you should have roam potential over the Howitzer. Either you just go and you screw up the Howitzer's day, or you clear so fast with Mega Cosm, with your R&B levels up, with your Q, and then you look into doing a roam into what is the right lane. I can't. In reality, the right lane has no escape, so it'd be a Fiesta in terms of roams. Um, Man, I really hate this. I don't know if he's placed a ward and I can't see the timer and I can't tab.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, so he's following Howie. Give me back. I would have used my Q through the wall and got some damage on Howie. There you go. Oh, I'd be hungry right now. I'd. Does he have ult? I would have ulted. Even if you burn flash off of him, that's fine. You want to ult before he can really get that thing out, because then he'll be kind of terrified and you can punish him at your E. Q is still a good block.
An enemy has been slain.
If you ult before he ults, you cancel his ultimate. If he ults before you ult, depends on height, depends on if a ramp and whatnot. There's
An
a little bit
enemy
of
has
variables.
fallen.
Hell, if you got the right ping. Buff Cryo. Farm wise, 160 on 25 minutes. He has been missing out on a lot of farm, in my opinion. Watching him, I haven't seen him like do some. He's been doing some rotations, but staying too long. Like I said, 3 seconds in terms of doing a roam. If you can't really land that out, go back to your lane and farm because you got to focus on yourself. You can't count on your team. You need the farm. You know. But he's been very passive holding his ultimate, which he needs to use more. It's not a very long cooldown, and you can burn a lot of stuff from him. You can burn flashes, you can burn stasis, you can burn cleanses. That way your team can look into securing things for you. So right here I throw a Q. Yeah, Q. I wouldn't have thrown the RMB. RMB on wave stop or I stop the wave.
Allied core under attack.
They're gonna win off of a passive. No, alright, they go for primal. Hey. Off of this, yeah, I'd be. I wouldn't. I'd be, and then I'd tell the team, let's look into getting prime. I'd be like, prime, prime, prime pings, prime, prime, prime pings. Yeah, especially and like if you're newer to Fae, I wouldn't go Time Warp. Time Warp is for the people that I would say are very aggro and are really hitting ease. Time Warp, I would leave as a third item. I would go with Wraith Legging so I have more pen and I can either murder the ADC slash duo lane. I can't see what the duo built, man, because like that's important. If Wraith usually they tend to build what's it called? The purple one, the purple cleanse assassin one. They tend to build that, so like it's tough to necessarily get ganks after. But hey, you're with a Richter too. Like if you get it, if you ult and you burn it, then he might be able to get a grab and get his CC off, or he'll go in and use his CC and get off. Thank God in. I'd be poking this Richter right now. I'd be feasting right now. Dom's playing really passive with Faye.
An enemy has allied inhibitors under siege. An enemy has fallen.
Especially when you got Primal, right? You really want to be poking him with whatever you can. You want that passive to go off. I don't know. Did he RMB? If I saw Fangmo, there we go. Ult. Did he use ult before? Where's the ult? No mana? He should have mana. He has Time Warp. That should be enough mana, 100%. They got it, but still. Really passive on the ult, Don. Like, use that thing. That thing, it helps.
An allied inhibitor is under attack.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, does Howie have ultimate? I would have ulted as Howie. No, it doesn't. I would have ulted, had my Q back up and killed. What's he gonna be? Looking for stuff. Yeah, I'd be and reset. I'm surprised that team hasn't went for Prime at all, especially when they had Primal. Unless I saw it and I'm delusional right now, but I haven't seen it. Okay. Man, what are these rotations though? I be spamming prime. Honestly, I would assume Fang Mao uses RMB, so if I was Faye, I'd probably W key and try to get an ult in. I'd be like, even if it's like split second, we get rid of it. I mean, we lost the Morgish. There's some good damage. I can't see the scoreboard really. There we go. Now they're starting prime. This is a really long prime for how much pressure they had. Always remind your jungle, like prime. I'd be helping on prime. I wouldn't even look at really zoning them per se. I'd be 100% focusing on prime. Because if you have the entire enemies come in here, then you can get a pretty nasty overall. And I mean, you do want to get as much damage output as you can. I don't know what they're doing. Why you guys go on? Guys, keep taking it. What's going on here? Now here I'll probably turn into zone mode. Here I'll throw my RMBs and whatnot, but I'll look into zoning. Okay, now like if I get this, I would walk into where Countess's shadow is, and I'd ult the shadow. Well, I'll ult her next to the shadow and keep her in the zone. There you go. Oh my lord. Oh my god. The comeback. Now Morgish is there. She's gonna eat him up. She's gonna feast. Oh my lord. Triple kill. He landed on top of her E. Oh, this is a feast for her. There you go. Oh my lord, dude! A full wipe off of getting prime. Oh my lord, that's fantastic.
Allied core under attack.
They went off of minions. What's his build? So we got the tainted. Yeah, they're gonna take that. That's good. While they're distracted, I'd do the same thing. I'd be spamming primal, primal, primal. There you go, and that should be kind of GG in terms of it. I'd be hungry, dude, as Faye right now. I'd be hungry. I'd be trying to get some pokes, get some as many. I'd be pushing up whatever lanes this team's honestly. Like you guys should win any fight right now. There you go. Hauser's dead. Yeah, I'd be pushing up lane this phase. He's got the fastest clear. Take inhib. I'd be spamming. I'd be doing whatever I. Oh, that was kind of a weird stasis. Yeah, what happened there? Let me go back in time a bit. Alright, so they're pushing. Here I'd be looking at clear this wave. Q. Why? What the heck was that Q? Okay, right here. Ivy. There you go. There's the ult. Oh, they're getting a lot of pressure here from Fang. That stasis was a little bit weird though. Second, why did I see the stasis go off? I don't know what that stasis was. I think that was a mistake. That kind of shafted him because he kind of sat there. I'd be able to walk back. A little bit of R&B and Q pressure, but I would have hovered like backing up this way a bit. That was a little bit funky. I would have just told the team to group up. I don't think there's really a reason to push up any other lane. I say just group up, push mid. We got Primal, absolutely demolished. You guys got a lot of range. ADC seems to be fed. CCs, I mean, I would tell the team like, hey, group up. I think this is the end of it. No. One more fight. I like that Chimera spinning. Okay, so some roam here. I don't know what this roam is. Right here, I'd be trying to like we got these two waves down. I'd be looking. I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't be this lane. We got these two towers down. I'd be looking at first objectives. Any objectives I could take. Is there a blue buff? Is there any objectives you can take? No. Go to the inhib and take and full power that inhib. Everyone go to that inhib. That's kind of weird. Why they're grouping up? They're chasing kills right now, which is not this. Like if you want, when you want to win this, just go to the inhib side. Let your inhibs push up. You can have someone push one side if you really want to, do that. But focus objectives. There's a little bit of a weird engage. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Focus on the objective. You got those two objectives down. Go to the other one that isn't down, and you let this lane, push passively. Right, let the other two push passively and get one really aggro lane, and then you set that up to get objective. Like against a good team, they'd be able to clear pretty fast. So you're just gonna set it up so that when you can completely wipe their jungle, and then you can go and take prime or primal, and then that's how you win off of it. Is you win off of that primal. But overall, I mean, so yeah, so from this game, what I can say is you gotta learn to play aggro. But Faye, the ultimate was held so much. Item wise, I wouldn't have went time warp with how you played, just because like you weren't using what time warp is there for, which is the pokes, right? You're gonna have your cooldowns constantly, even for like farm clear. She has fairly low CD for farm clear. I would not have looked into that. I would have just went into the wraith leggings for more for the same damage, and you get pen with it. Right, and then I would just assassinate whoever my mid lane is, or I'd roam into duo and I'd assassinate the duo who have no escape. So like it was just it was a very passive lane, and they did kind of put some pressure on you, but like with how we using his Q up on minions sometimes, oh my god, it was a field day to go in and throw some Qs. Two Qs, ultimate RMB, sorry, E's. Two E's, ultimate RMB Q. It's better to do the RMB and then the ult. That way you can almost guarantee the burst. But it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't worry about it in this type of elo and whatnot. It's better to secure whatever damage you can than you chase him. Because I trust that how he's gonna be terrified. He's not gonna be trying to fight you anymore. He's gonna be running away. You know? You don't have to worry about that. And when he's ulting, I mean, you can just use your E, use your stasis to cancel his ultimate. Use your stasis, you completely outposition. You know, you'll mess him up pretty big. Um, but there were some words I would have said slightly deeper in the jungle, like put him next to the two camp. That way you can get where this jungler is. But it's more the aggression. You gotta understand that level of aggression to a howitzer. The Howie was playing aggro, but the second it is for everybody. The second you see abilities come off is when you should look at punishing people. Abilities off, punish them, punish. Right? Especially howitzer. I think early game is 6-7 second cooldown on his. Let me see if I can get a hero for him. Howitzer. Yeah, cooldown on his Q. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and 6. He's going to go combustion first, so he's not even going to get any ability haste yet. So every time he uses his Q, that's 9 seconds. You should be able to murder him in 3 seconds. That's how much your whole combo is. 3 seconds is your entire combo. The second you see a Q, even with his landing mine, like, oh my lord, you can have a field day with him. That's what you want to focus on. Is look at the cooldowns that these people have. Slow grenades, 16-second cooldown. They slow you. They're not too much damage wise, but they proc combustion. You got to be careful for that, right? But the Q is the biggest issue with him. The Q and the ultimate. If he uses ultimate, oh, you should have a field day with him too, because now he loses so much burst potential. You could even get an ult off. If you see him get ready for a Q, you can stasis that. If you know he doesn't have ult, then he's in your ult, and you can just chase him down with an E and full on combo him. So like that's the one thing. Like against that, I would have played far more aggressive, especially when I saw him start using this Q on minions. Because you will, after 6, you should, first item and 6, you should start clearing lanes faster than him. You should start clearing lanes faster than him early. Use your RMB, use your Q, clear the lane, let the lane push. If you're low on mana, just B. There's no harm in being, because if you lose one, you're not even gonna really lose a minion. And you want him to be pressured. You want the howitzer to not have to leave lane. Then you get to go in roam. Or he's just going to keep spamming and has to use all his abilities to clear the lane to match with you. Like, you got to think like that. If I use all my abilities to clear, he's probably going to have to use all his abilities to clear. Right? His abilities, he has much higher cooldown. He gets punished for using his abilities. 16-second on his RMB. His landmine is 22 seconds, level 1. And it's 2 seconds down per level up. He's just a very high CD character, and you gotta understand that when you start seeing those abilities go off, he's freelo. He's the freest damage. Do some damage to him. But overall, you guys won the game, so it was good. But just more aggro, and you could have put some rotations in. You didn't. I can't judge your rotations because you went and okay, here I can judge your rotations as in you did some rotations and you missed out on a lot of farm over rotations, because you can guarantee, in theory, you should guarantee that you're going to be better than the ADC, then you're going to do better than your dual lane, right? So farm over rotations, right? And especially when they have no escape, you want to keep the lane pushed up constantly, so then you can go and do the rotation. And your rotations, like I said, the gank should last 3 seconds. After that, danger zone, and then you're gonna start missing out on your mid lane farm. That's super important. You cannot miss out on the mid lane farm. That's where you get the 6 CS per minute. You do want to maintain the 8. This was a very easy game in my opinion to maintain 8 CS per minute. And it's just I didn't see the skills being used properly. So use your RMB for clear. Use your Q for clear. Use your E for clear even. Maintain the pressure. Especially when he's throwing pressure like that. You do want to maintain the pressure. You want to prevent him from doing any type of poke to you. How do you do that? Keeping your minions, keeping more ranged minions, keeping the minions on your side, right? Longer. So that way he doesn't have that comfort of pushing in and taking nearly 0 damage. But that's it. Let me know any questions you have, in the comments. Contact me on Discord. This was a 22 2000 MMR game. So there's a good amount. This is above average on the overall meta rating or meta city scale. So there's a good amount to learn in terms of a mid lane and how we can see this improvement. User abilities, keep pressure in lane is the most important thing as a mid laner. Prevent getting ganked, keep pressure in lane, match the pace of your laner, then look into rooms. In low elo play, I'd say focus on farm and just getting yourself stronger for team fights. If you can punish the mid laner, sure. If you can punish the duo laner, sure. But focus on yourself, before you look at trying to help other lanes. Because then you're going to punish yourself if you can't help those lanes. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Any improvements, whatever. Is my second VOD review. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy. I stream on Twitch and YouTube almost daily. I got the schedule in the About Me. But on that note, take it easy. Have a good one. Good luck on your games. And have a good day.